Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever you happen to be watching this. This happens to be a really lovely morning here, so I thought I'll take a few minutes and do our Sashiko-A-Long. Now I am threading my needle because it was time, and I wanted to show you this is the last piece that I have left from my first bundle, and I have managed to stitch this much, so that's quite a bit. Just from one, how much is this? I think it's a 20 meter. Let me double check. 18 meter, one 18 meter floss bundle. So that's not too bad considering that I've managed this much. And I don't have a ton left to do, so I will have some floss, thread, whatever, left over, which is nice. And another thing is when I cut my thread, which we'll talk about cutting your thread again, but when you cut your thread, you pick one spot on your skein and you cut it. And I kind of cracked mine out and I cut one side, and then I left the knot intact so that it would hold my bundle together. But what I discovered was, I thought that was just an extra piece of thread around it. That's actually my ends. So I'm still going to end up with two decent lengths because I've got the little knot here that I can cut apart. I could have pulled it apart, but now I'm going to leave it in there and actually use it as the base for one of my French knot eyes. So I'm just going to cut one side off. But I still have two decent lengths. So that's an important little piece to know as well. So I've learned something today. Anyway, we just had a beautiful box from Japan. You saw me hopefully on the unboxing video, and I got a lot more Sashiko kits in. So I have a feeling that we're going to be doing another Sashiko-A-Long at some point, but I really love how this is coming out. It's very soothing because it's just the running stitch, so it's not like a difficult thing to learn, which is kind of nice. And now it's time for me to go in and finish up my last little piece of this square, and then I can choose to either do another little sampler square, so I've got the two over here, or the bunnies. Are you doing the Sashiko-A-Long with me, or have you decided to stitch something else? Tell me about it in the comments. I would love to know. I'm just really enjoying this. It's very peaceful. I don't have to think as hard. I do a lot of designing and I do a lot of writing for booklets and teaching techniques, and I like doing those videos, and I like doing the booklets and making the photos, but sometimes I just want a project where I don't have to think as hard, and this really does it for me. It's just very nice. So let's see, I am going to just sort of weave in my ends over here. I am trying to remember to sort of weave as I go so that I don't end up with a huge mess of threads at the end. Oh goodness. You may hear the chickens talk a lot during this video today. So Ina and I went to a friend's house, and we picked out two new pullets that are about 4 months old. So a pullet is a young female chicken. So first they're a pullet and then they're a hen. And for a rooster, it's actually a cockerel, which is the young one, and a cock. And I forget what the age is at which the pullet becomes a hen and the cockerel becomes a cock. I don't remember. I just know those are the terms that you use. But anyway, our friend had hatched some of our eggs this spring, and she had, lots of young chickens that she grew out, and we hatched some as well, which I told you about, and you saw all of the, sorry, I'm moving my watch down, it's bugging me. You saw all of the babies that we had hatched, but I sold all of the babies that we had, and then we lost Puff to the hawk, and I decided that we would go ahead and get two of our babies back. And the two babies that we got back are half Bantam Salmon Favril, that's one of the breeds that I have, and half Silky. So those are the extra poofy ones, which again, I have a couple of those. So I only have two of those left right now. We started with all Silkies, and then when I had the tragedy last year and lost several, then my friends actually hatched bantam salmon favre chicks for me. And then this has become our kind of little joint project where we're playing with them. And my friends have lots of other chickens, so it's not like they were only doing the bantam salmon favres. But anyway, I digress. I should stitch while I talk. So we went over and we picked out 2 new ones. So Ina picked out one that looks very similar to the bantam salmon favre hens, which are the like sort of fawn and cream ones. And then she also picked out one of the black ones that has what we call leakage. So it has other color kind of up around the neck. And it's a very pretty bird. It's sort of a tan leakage. It's not quite gold because it's not brilliant enough to be a gold leakage, but it's a very pretty hen as well, or pullet. So we have introduced the 2 4-month-olds to the coop, and at this point that means that the other chickens are very, very upset that there's an intruder in the coop. And so there's been lots of talking this morning, a lot of talking this morning. But it is what it is, and they are just going to have to learn to get along, because if I had kept any of the babies that I hatched, they would have had to learn to get along anyway. So I've really tried to embrace using my thimble and learning to use my thimble. And I am getting better at this sort of crab grip thing that you have to do so that you can set your needle up into the thimble. I don't know why I called it a crab grip. It's just what it makes me think. It's like a little crab claw. But I realized that I don't really have any thimbles in the shop. So I'm trying to decide if I should get the leather thimbles or if I should get metal thimbles. And I kind of like this one that goes down into the palm of my hand. But they also have some that are more of a ring that sets at the very base of your finger. And I don't know which kind I should get. So if you would tell me in the comments what your preference is or what you think you would use, I would really appreciate it. I can always get an assortment, I suppose, but I just don't know quite what to bring in. I guess that's my problem. I don't know quite what to bring in. And I do like this leather one. I don't know. I'll think about it. And hopefully you'll help me decide. Let's see, what else? Oh, I just had 2 new boxes of books that arrived. And I'm going to do book talks, but I showed you this one from Japan. This is the new Tomoko Morimoto, so if you do any tatting. It's actually a reprint of another book that she did, but I find that the Japanese books go in and out of print really fast. So I'm very happy to see a reprint because she's one of my favorite Japanese designers. She wrote the book New Tatting, which Interweave published, that is one of my very, very, very favorite books for beginners. And of course, it's out of print. But I did find a used copy, so if you need one, we do still have one in stock at the shop. But anyway, I'm going to have to tat some stuff from this. I don't know, should we do like a tat along with something out of the book? Or, I mean, I guess I could just tat something out of the book and you guys can follow along if you want. Yeah, I know. And we still haven't made it to Celtic tatting, so I promise that's coming. And I had to get basically a whole brand new stock of all of my Celtic shuttles so that when we do Celtic tatting, if you're interested, you could have them too, because I sold all but one set of Celtic shuttles. So I was out, basically. And then this came in. I'm going to do a little book talk on this as well. Norway's Knitted Heritage. So yes, this is a huge book too. Look how thick this is. It's very weighty. And look, even just the back cover is beautiful. But it is it's not just like a pattern book. This is a very history focused book, and I need to read a little bit of it as well, but this is a very, very interesting book. So I will be doing book talks with both of those as well very soon. Actually, I'm going to try to get those done as soon as I finish this video. So this video will probably go up first, and then the book talks will go up after that. But yeah, I'm just tootling along on my my Sashiko here, and getting books in and getting all restocked. If you're looking for something, never hesitate to send me an email and ask if it's something that I can get, because I am always willing to hunt. So is Tina, and we love looking for new things. Oh, listen to those chickens, boy. Maybe you can't hear it. I can hear it really well. They are just really they just think that's intruders. I'm like, it's not intruders. Those are actually your babies. Like, I don't know exactly which hen each of these young ones is from, or which rooster. So potentially they could be from Bert, who I gave away, which was a silky rooster, or they could be from one of the salmon Favril roosters, or they could be just from the hens. Now, the most likely scenario is that the black one is either out of Coco or Puff and one of the salmon Favril roosters, and that the one that's very salmon Favril colored is most likely out of Bert and one of the salmon Favril hens. But that doesn't mean for sure that that's true, so I don't know exactly who they're out of. I just didn't care enough to try to separate them and track the eggs and blah blah blah. So we got surprise chickens. But Ina named them, what did she name them? Rose. So the black one is Rose, and Violet. So Violet is the lighter, more salmon colored one. So anyway, well, I have made progress. I'm almost done here with my arch, and I can hear Ina howling in the house. So I probably need to duck in and take care of her. But I just want to encourage you all to make sure that you have liked and subscribed and commented. Make sure you tell me, you know, what kind of thimble you would use, leather or metal, and if you would prefer the ring or the palm guard, so that it gives me an idea of what I should order. And then, what else did I ask? Don't forget to check out the book talks when they go up. And if there's a specific book that you really want a look inside, please just ask. Usually we just haven't gotten around to it, and so we need to, yeah, we just need to do it. So if you ask for specific books, then I'm quite happy to go get those done and put them up. Or Tina, one of us, because we both do book talks. So anyway, there we go. All right, my last stitch on that square. There we go. It's all done, and the back doesn't look too bad. Definitely making progress. All right. So tell me, yeah, books that you'd like to see. Give me your opinion on the Sashiko thimbles. Make sure that you have liked and subscribed, that you're following us on, let's see, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am trying to TikTok more, and those are very raw videos. Like, a lot of them I do super fast, and I haven't actually planned them out, and I just throw it up on TikTok. But yeah, give me an idea of what you'd like to see in the future. Yes, we will get to Kelting Tatting. Yes, we are still going with the crafty plan for 2023, but I'm trying to be flexible and make sure that we accommodate everybody. And, you know, should we do tat-along? I don't know. Tina is also doing a knit-along with my little Forsythia cowl. If you're into lace, or you want to learn lace, it's a nice little beginner's pattern. So anyway, make sure you check that out. All right, and take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and craftually. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter because fun things happening there. My next event is going to be Palmetto Tat Days, and then our next event after that is, Tina at Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival. And then I am teaching classes in Baraboo, Wisconsin. We're locking those in this week, so I will have a special newsletter probably that goes out that talks about the classes and what I'm going to offer. And I'm going to talk to Tina and see if maybe she wants to fly out and put a couple classes up too. So we'll see, cross your fingers, maybe she can come too. Yeah, should be a ton of fun. And then I will be back at Ozark Fiber Fling, and I am teaching, they want me to teach Babila, and I forget what else. So as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know too. Ozark Fiber Fling is in Steelville, Missouri. So should be a ton of fun. Anyway, I will see you all later. Please take care of yourself.